Welcome everyone, Graham Akers here from OpenNTF, and I'm bringing a message to the community on behalf of the entire board. We have this year on the board been taking a look at how we're serving the community and what can we change, what can we do better, and we're gonna share that with you here in this video and then ask for your feedback. Ultimately, at the end of this video, I'll show you how you can share your feedback and give you some ideas on the timing of things. But basically, we're looking for your feedback in the next 6 weeks. I'm recording this video at the beginning of May 2022, and we'll be sharing the results of this and our way forward in our annual general meeting mid-June 2022. So why did this come about? Really, it was one of the things that we brought up as a group at the beginning of our 2021-2022 year, and basically asked the question, how can OpenNTF be of more value to the community? So took a look at what our current mandate was or is, and decided on potentially are there changes that we could make. And then we wanted to share our ideas with the community and collect some feedback before we finalize that. And really, anything and everything, all ideas from the community are open. We'd love to hear your feedback and see how we can do things better or change, and again, with the goal of better supporting the community. So we'll run through the topic areas that we boiled our ideas down to, and again, by no means is this closed. So if you've got some other ideas, please let us know. And I'll touch on each of these topic areas except for the day-to-day operation. That's kind of standard stuff that is things that we do, but isn't really, it's more operational stuff than it is how we serve the community. So let me jump into each of these topic areas, share some of the thoughts that we've come up with, and then ask you to give your feedback. So community building and engagement, this is stuff where you see us out in the community, whether that's at user groups, but basically organizing events or participating events. How can we do that differently? Should we do that differently? Is what we're doing sufficient? And then increasing coverage and visibility to our contributors, to our projects, the different activities that we're doing, whether that's blogging, videos, webinars, incubating user group sessions. So that group of ideas is some of the stuff that we focus on. Is there something else that we could slide in there that might help serve the community better? And then to do with contributors, so making it easy for people to join OpenNTF, contribute ideas, how to use the tools, how do projects work, how does IP management work in an open source community, helping organize projects, whether that's hiring people or having volunteers around, and then supporting those people once they're in place to do the work that they're going to do. But also ideas. So one of the interesting things to me is that people always have ideas, and let's be honest, everybody's busy, and we're being asked to do more with less time. And invariably, there are some opportunities that come about that maybe don't move forward only because I don't have time or I don't know how to bring that idea to the community. Trust me, there's lots of people in the community who are interested in helping, and if you've got an idea but don't know how to put it together, by all means bring it to OpenNTF, or maybe we can talk about how can we make that easier for people to bring those ideas to OpenNTF. And then we can reach out to the folks that we know in the community who are interested in participating in those projects, or make it easy for people who maybe have never contributed a project to OpenNTF in the past but would like to. How can we bring all of those things together and come up with some neat solutions that we can then share with the rest of the community? So that's one of the topic areas that we want to pay attention to. Project marketing and promotion, general stuff here, but again, letting you know, I certainly myself as a participant in OpenNTF for the last several years find myself working on a project and trying to think of a solution, and I'll be out there searching around and I can't find something and I can't find something, and then finally a random search comes up with something from OpenNTF and I'm like, why didn't I go and look there first? Why is that not more top of mind for me or other people? So how can we make the things that are on OpenNTF more in the collective knowledge of the community, and make OpenNTF a kind of a first stop when you're searching for solutions. So how can we do that better? Community education, this is an interesting one because it's got stuff that we are doing, but some stuff that we aren't doing, and some interesting ideas that we would look for feedback from the community on. So webinars are obvious. We've been doing those quite successfully for the last couple of years. But an interesting topic came up, the idea of a repair cafe. So getting some people together who can solve problems and being online during a specific time where somebody can come and say, hey, I've got this particular problem with my project or my application, it's not working properly, and actually sit down and talk about it, whether that's code, whether that's logic, maybe it's an admin problem, something potentially to do with connections and not notes, or one of the other tools in the portfolio. All that is open game. So let us know if you think that's an interesting idea, something that would be worthwhile, how you might organize such a thing. And we'd love to see that feedback. Training videos, we haven't done a huge amount of that. Of course, I've done some of that in my C3UG persona, but we can bring that stuff to OpenNTF too, and certainly make available the resources for other people to create training videos that they'd like to contribute. All that stuff is open and on the table. Of course, documentation and wikis, we've been doing some of that recently in conjunction with the HCL Digital Solutions Academy. We can do more there. Workshops. This is an interesting topic that's been put onto the table. So to organize sort of longer, more focused training sessions on a particular topic, and whether OpenNTF facilitates that as a paid thing, both paying the person who's putting on the workshop and having people who are attending the workshop pay for it. Could be unpaid in certain circumstances. Let us know what you think of that, whether that would be of value, if you would be willing to pay for something like that, if you would be willing to teach something like that. Give us your feedback. And then, of course, hackathons we've done in the past, whether that's us organizing them or supporting other events in the community. Of course, there's one going on right now leading up to Engage. So those kinds of things. Would you like to see more hackathons, or is that something that's too time consuming and maybe you're not comfortable being in a situation like that? Let us know. From a strategic standpoint, of course, managing our relationship with HCL, being able to bring forward announcements or collaborate with HCL for announcing new projects, new products, those kinds of things. And then thinking about the larger portfolio within HCL and outside of HCL. Of course, for many years, we've been working to, at least not necessarily OpenNTF, but people who use Notes Domino, Connection, Same Time, and so on, other products, DX in the HCL portfolio. How do we integrate those tools with other products and data that we as customers and users of these tools would like to build solutions around? Be interested to know if people feel like OpenNTF is being too narrow focused, or if we should expand our focus beyond the HCL portfolio. And then special topics. Collaboration today, of course, has been very successful over the years, and finding people to participate in that. Just be curators, be aware of what's going on in the community from a blogging standpoint, and add those topics to collaboration today. Running, organizing, judging, marketing contests, supporting contests. The historical cleanup project is one that's come along because it's been something that we've been working on for a few years now to try and get off the ground, and that's really to go back into the history of OpenNTF and potentially find projects that don't work anymore, not necessarily to remove them, but to put them into an archive state, or to better classify those projects as not working anymore, yet there's still code in there that is of value, or techniques that could be learned from, and do a better job of explaining what those projects are, and highlighting the ones, verifying newer projects that work on Domino. Put a stamp on it. This works on Domino 12. It's been verified. And that's something that people in the community can contribute without doing any programming work whatsoever. If you happen to use a tool or a project from OpenNTF and it works on version 11 or version 12 of Domino, we want to give you the opportunity to just come in and give us a stamp of approval to say, I know that this product works or project works on a particular version of the platform. So that's it very quickly. How do you share your feedback? We have had some challenges lately with Slack. We've been working to try and open up the content because, of course, Slack, if you're not paying for it, is now cutting off the history of the chats that you have in the tool. We've looked at the pricing. It is really quite cost prohibitive for us as an organization to go forward with. So we're looking at other options, and right now we're trying out Discord. It gives us a lot of options and full history, so it's the place that we want to at least give it a try, a test run. So this link here will take you to the OpenNTF Discord community and show you what it looks like. So this is the OpenNTF Discord. I'm running a Mac desktop client, but here's what it looks like. It's very similar to Slack, and we have, for our purposes, a specific channel called OpenNTF Purpose. So jump in there and start giving us your feedback, and we'll continue the chat, as I say, through the month of May and into June, when we'll basically boil down all of everybody's feedback and then share at the annual general meeting in June what the topics are, what the decisions are, and how we're going to support the community going forward. So with that, I will thank you for your time and look forward to chatting with you online.